Live from the Transfer Express studios in Menor, Ohio, welcome to the summer edition of Toast to Transfers with your host, Stephanie.
Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us today for another live Toast to Transfers heat printing event. I am Stephanie. Thank you so much, Dave, for that nice welcome. We're here today with all of you. Let me know where you're coming in from. We'll let everybody have a little bit of time to join and get connected. I see the chat is already going. You guys are awesome. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for joining us. Who else do we got here? Kimberly from Alaska. Wow. Thank you so much for spending your day with us. Leanne from Rhode Island. Lynn up in Minnesota. Thank you guys. Hi, Irene. Thank you so much for joining us today. Kathy Taylor, thanks for coming in from Texas. Great to see you. Great to see your name is always in the chat. We love having you. Mike Harper, thanks for joining us from PA. Awesome, guys. The chat is there if you guys have any questions. And Mike is behind the scenes in the chat. So you'll see some links maybe to answer your questions or some helpful advice going in there. But Mike is there. Fast fingers, Mike, and he's going to answer any questions that you guys have in the chat. I'll also take a look periodically and answer some questions. But I also have Nick behind the camera and Dave also over here on the switchboard. And we're going to have a great time, okay? So this is the Toast to Transfers. If you haven't joined us before for a Toast to Transfers, we're about to have a lot of fun. We've got our heat press warmed up, and I've got my drink in hand. Hope you guys all grab your drink too. We will give a Toast to Transfers and just have a great time. Now, again, if you haven't been to Toast to Transfers before, this is a live press-along event where you have an opportunity to pre-order a kit filled with the heat transfers and the garments that we are going to be decorating. So you have the opportunity to pre-order. So if you do have your kits, you guys can bring them out now. And then if you don't have a kit, no worries. You guys can watch along, have fun with us, use the chat with some other heat printers. And there are still some kits available. So if you do want to go back, press along, or if you just want another one, there are still some available for you that you can always go back and watch. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's take a look inside the kit. Let's see what we've got printing today on our heat press. So much fun stuff for summer. Summer has not officially started yet, but I feel like the weather is definitely already there. So the first thing that we're going to decorate is, well, maybe not the first thing, but the first thing I'm pulling out of the box here is a Port & Company Beach Wash t-shirt. Now, these are awesome. These give you a more inexpensive option than the Comfort Colors, but this Port & Company Beach Wash is a ring spun cotton. They come in a lot of super fun colors, but we wanted you all to try this style. I don't believe that we've pressed this before on a Toast to Transfers, so this will give you a great opportunity to try it out on your heat press, and we will be decorating that one. And also in this beach wash, the reason why I love this style so much is because it comes with a ton of different style options. It comes in tank tops and youth sizes and all of that. It also comes with the beach wash long sleeve hoodie. So we're also going to decorate that. So those come in the same exact styles, the same style, the beach wash style. Different colors, different styles. They come in a whole bunch of other different styles too, but I'm super excited to get to try those for summer. And then we're also going to have some fun. This is something also that we've never done before on a Toast to Transfers. This is not just a white square, it's a garden flag. So did you know that you can decorate a garden flag on your heat press? It is so easy to do. It's probably one of the easiest things that I've applied before on the heat press, but we wanted to give everybody the opportunity to apply them, okay? And see how they work on the heat press. Also, you're going to have your transfers in here with the instructions. So we'll open those up. We'll take a look at those. The instructions are on that sheet. So before you really get started with pressing, make sure that that heat press is warmed up and ready to go. The first transfer that we're going to be applying is at 290 degrees. And if you have a Hotronics, you can go at 290 Fahrenheit. And then if you don't have a Hotronics, make sure you bump it up 10 degrees, and just to account for any heat loss or inconsistent temperature. So we will set our heat press, if you don't have a Hotronics, to 300 degrees. So this sheet that I have in here, so yeah, make sure you guys get your heat presses warmed up. I forgot to mention that a little bit ago. I have mine warmed up, and I'll go over which heat press I'm working with and all that here in a second. But you guys make sure that yours is warmed up to 290 degrees for Hotronics, and then 300 degrees for a non-Hotronics. So anyways, inside this transfer pack here is your instruction sheets. This will give you all of the information of everything that we're working with today. It gives you the style numbers of the different items that we're using. So you'll see PC099, PC099H, which is the hoodie. You'll also have the garden flag, which you can find those in a lot of different locations, Amazon, or if you do like a good internet search, you'll be able to find some inexpensive garden flags to print on. And then it also comes, the pack that you have will come in with a mouse pad. And we're going to use this as a heat printing tool to raise our print area in a little bit when we're decorating the hoodie. So keep that on hand. You have a little mouse pad that's cut to the perfect size that we're going to be using to decorate it. And then also on this sheet is how we designed everything, and the type of designs, our fonts, and which ink colors we used in the heat transfers. And then at the bottom there are all of the instructions. So make sure you pay attention to the instructions. Preheating our fabric, we're going to position our transfer and press, and then we're going to peel the transfer carrier. Luckily, all of the heat transfers that we are working with today all require a medium to firm pressure, and they're all hot peels, which is amazing. So that's your instruction sheet. Make sure you hang on to that as we will follow along. You will also, let's talk about the transfers. We also have our three, actually we have a special transfer in here, an additional transfer. So we'll go over all that. The first transfer that we're working with here is the UltraColor Max. That's going to be the first one that we apply. Then we will apply the UltraColor Pro, which you have two different options that you get to work with. You can either do this gnome sweet gnome design, or there's some other 4th of July hearts and some cute designs there that you can choose also. So a little extra for you. And then we have the Goof Proof transfer. So the Goof Proof transfer is on the gridded paper transfer. This one is our most popular transfer, that's screen printed plastisol ink that's on a release carrier. You can gang up images on it. This one is Goof Proof. So we will apply that also. Okay, guys. Now the first thing that we are going to apply is the UltraColor Max, which is this beach bound design here. Now, UltraColor Max, you can order individual images, or you can order a gang sheet as well. So you can fit multiple designs in the area that you have. UltraColor Max is a direct-to-film heat transfer. Direct-to-film is really popular right now. It offers smaller orders and a very, very inexpensive price and no minimums. So the direct-to-film transfers you're going to want to use when you have a low quantity and lots of colors in there. That's going to be your best opportunity there. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead, grab scissors. You're going to need those also. And I'm going to go ahead and trim up these extra designs off of the gang sheet. And you can get them all ready for yourself One says mom, one says dad, and one says 2024. Let's see. So you can, this is where we get to be creative. So there's several different designs you get to choose from. And then on the t-shirt here, whoops, on that Port & Company Beach Wash t-shirt, you can choose the locations. You can put that beach bound on the front if you want. You can put these on a left chest or the back or a sleeve even. So you get to make your creative decision on how you want to decorate this. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to put that beach bound on the back and I'll do a left chest on the front. So I'll show you that application there. All righty. Okay, let's get back to the heat press. Let's talk about the heat press, but wait a second first. Cheers. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Nick.
Cheers.
Cheers. All righty. It gets hot by the heat press, right? Bad idea to wear a sweater. All right, guys, everyone ready? Cool. All right. So the heat press that I'm working with here today is a Hotronics Auto Clam. It's the 16 by 20 model here, and it does have a quick slip application cover here on the bottom that helps us keep that bottom pad clean. It helps us move around the shirt on the press a little easier. And then also the heat press is on a caddy stand that allows it to raise and lower, move around your shop, makes it easy to move around. So the Hotronics Auto Clam here, let me set this down. Really easy to set this heat press. So you have your time that you press, you have the option to raise and lower your temperature. You can get to one time, which we like to use as our pre-press time, how much seconds you're going to be pre-pressing the fabric to remove any moisture or wrinkles. And then you have your application time, right? So we are going to be doing UltraColor Max. So I'm at 12 seconds there. And then we are needing a medium to firm pressure. So the first thing I like to do, check our pressure, load our shirt. And when you load, make sure that you get all of the seams and collars and any kind of obstructions off of the heat press. We want a nice, flat, even surface. Okay, so I'm going to lock down my heat press. Everybody should be checking their pressure on your heat press. I need to loosen my pressure. It was a little tight. I wasn't even able to lock it down. So I needed to loosen that up. We need to be a medium to firm pressure, which is between a 6 and an 8 on a Hotronics heat press. And that's really 60 to 80 PSI. I didn't need to pre-press it that long, but all righty. Am I on the right seconds? No. Okay, just checking it again. Make sure that you guys are on that 6 to an 8 or that medium to firm pressure. If you're not sure what your pressure is, it's a good opportunity to lock it down and to see how much pressure you're pushing down on it. We do have a nice video on our YouTube channel that will go through and show you how to check your pressure if you don't have a Hotronics heat press and without a pressure reading. So really important to make sure that you're at that medium to firm pressure. If you're not sure, go ahead and take a look at some resources of how to make sure that you get that medium to firm pressure. So we have our t-shirt pre-pressed, and really that's just removing the moisture and the wrinkles out of the fabric. The left chest placement is over here on the right side of our heat press. And just as a visual here, when I'm applying a left chest, I go down from the collar and then over from the seam of the t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that. And right in that area is where I want to place that left chest. And we have a application ruler that is available, but I like to eyeball it. And there we go. So once you have your design aligned, you can lock down your heat press. And then, like I said, these transfers are all hot peel transfers. One step, no covers on top, so I don't have a Teflon sheet over top or anything like that. I don't have a paper cover sheet. And you can hot peel it. And then your front is done. Mom. Right? How's that look? So then we have our left chest. Okay. So however you guys choose to place your transfers. How do we determine how long 12 to 15 seconds is? My heat press has a timer on it, so that will count down for me. Stopwatch if you don't have a timer on your heat press. You can count also. Err on the longer side for sure, Doug. Cool? Yeah, Moscow Mule. Did I mention that? I think I put it back in the box and I was going to save it for later. Thanks, Irene. Yes, there is a Moscow Mule recipe card in the, I totally forgot about it. I'm sorry, guys. In the Toasted Transfers kit, make sure you take a look at that. It's delicious. I love a Moscow Mule. I will indulge in one later today. But I have my water with a lemon. Staying hydrated, guys. It's really hot out there. I had a field day with my kids earlier, so it was definitely a toasty one in Ohio here. So I will indulge in a Moscow Mule with you all later. There we go, Dave. Cheers. All right, and then we're going to press the back. All right. Good? Okay. All righty. So for the back, awesome. You can just flip it over and apply on the back there. So you can either do it this way, flip it over, make sure you get that collar, again, off of the heat press so that you're not applying your transfer also over that seam. We don't want to do that. Or you can open up your shirt and thread it on. Just like that. If you do that after you had 2 layers of fabric on your platen, it's always a good idea to lock it down again and make sure your pressure is still within that medium to firm range. Sometimes when we take additional layers of fabric off of the heat press, our pressure will change a little bit. All right. All righty. Yes, I can tell you again, Kenneth, where to align the left chest. I can do that now if you're still working on that. So when you have your shirt down here on the front, I go down from this collar and over from that seam under the t-shirt. And that's where I put that corner, right in there. You don't want to go too over into the armpit of the t-shirt. So that's why I stay right underneath that collar. And that will be in a great location for everybody. It's not going to be too far over underneath their armpits. So yeah. And then also the size of your design. So this is a circle. It's a little easier to work with. But some are long, some left chests are longer, skinnier, and then you can adjust it a little higher for those. So I hope that helped. Okay, I already pre-pressed. I'm going to get my shirt back on there. All righty. Nice and flat. All right, we're going to grab the beach bound. Now, UltraColor Max, check out all of those colors in that design. So a ton of different colors in there. You can do full color photographic images, CMYK graphics, freestanding text. There is no outline. Just a really, really nice direct to film transfer with really high quality printing on these. No banding. You're not going to have any of that, inconsistent printing other DTF transfer manufacturers might have. So yeah. Oh, okay. Dave is pointing out, Kim, you asked about the dark box after pressing. So this is a 100% cotton t-shirt, right? So we should not see any type of scorching with a 100% cotton t-shirt. You usually see those with the synthetic fibers, polyesters, spandex, that sort of thing. If you're working with cotton, that press box is actually because the moisture is being removed from the fabric and is darkening the color visually because the moisture is out of there. So leave it sit after we're done pressing here. Leave it sit just for a couple of minutes. You'll see that color start to become normal again. Once that natural moisture in the air starts to get back into the fibers of the fabric, you should be good. So no, it's not scorching, not too hot, and not pressure or anything like that. So this is okay. Cool. Okay, thank you for your question, Kim. That was good. Alrighty, so we're here at the heat press. For the back print, I usually go about 5 fingers down. Scientific measurements here, probably about like 5 inches from the neck seam. I usually just go by finger measurements. Other people have different opinions and different methods of figuring out how far down. Like I said, there's the application ruler, but the good old hand seems to work well for me. So I'm just going to quickly just eyeball it there. And then you can align your next transfer. Again, just eyeballing. I don't want it too close to the collar, but I also don't want it too far down to where it's in like the middle of your back. So once we have that aligned, again, no cover sheets, no upper platen covers, nothing like that. We can go ahead, lock down, and then it'll be a hot peel as soon as we the heat press opens. There we go. I love this auto open. Peel it off hot. Nice, smooth, even motion. Peels like butter. All right. And now we've got the back design. Again, however you guys decide to decorate this, you can put this on the front or the back. It's all up to you. But yeah, how did your guys' turn out? Everything good? I'll let everybody have a little chance to catch up. And while I'm letting everybody get their shirt pressed, I'm going to, and you should too, raise up your temperature on your heat press so that can start warming up for the next transfer that we're going to apply. So the next transfer is UltraColor Pro on your sheet, and that applies at 340 degrees. 5-second pre-press. I believe we're at 12 seconds. Let me just make sure. 10 seconds. Okay, I can go a little lower. All righty. So 10 seconds and we're good. And again, medium to firm pressure we're going to be working with. So while that heat press warms up, we've got some minutes before we press our next one. This will give everybody a good chance to catch up on their shirts. And then we can also chit chat about the designs that we have created for all of these. So all of the designs that came in the Toast to Transfers kit, you're going to find on the sheet. So right in the middle of that sheet, we provided you with the layout number, which is the design code that we use in our EasyView online designer. And that will give you the access to get that layout, and you can customize it and see how we have customized it here. So all of these here uses one of our different layouts. So now all of these layouts are stored in the EasyView online designer at transferexpress.com. You have a huge collection of designs, and we're constantly putting more designs in there every single week. New layouts, new clip art, new fonts sometimes. We'll even throw in some patterns every once in a while, or a lot of different full color artwork and all of that. There's so much to do in EasyView. It's free for Transfer Express customers. You guys can go in there, log in, use EasyView to create your heat transfer gang sheets and customize the designs for pretty much any occasion. I mean, really, and there's layouts and designs in there for everything from your school school events, seniors, class ofs, school trips even, all the way to occasions. So we're talking about summer events even, 4th of July. There's tons of family reunion designs in there. With summer coming up, family reunions are huge, and everybody loves matching t-shirts for family reunions. It's a great opportunity for you to use heat transfers in your heat presses for family reunions. But check out EasyView. There's so many different layouts in there to choose from. And the nice thing about it is, even any of these layouts that we have in here, you get to customize them however you want to. The text is changeable. The clip arts can be changed. The colors, you can choose your color placements. And then you just need to adjust your size. So this same design that's here, you can make it bigger. You can make it smaller depending on what you're printing on and what needs your customers have. So EasyView is a great, great tool. There's so much that program can do. It can even do mock-ups if you want to take your design and place it on a t-shirt, show your customer to see what it's actually going to look like at the end of it all. And there's some great tools in there to then create images that you can use then on your website or on your social media pages so that you can show your designs off on the specific t-shirts. You can even use them for sales flyers and that sort of thing. But EasyView, great tool in there, along with all of those free designs that you have in there. You also order your transfers right in there. It gives you live up-to-date pricing, shows you how much your transfers are, and lets you compare right there in EasyView. So it's amazing. I really highly recommend, if you haven't checked out EasyView yet, to go ahead and do that. All righty. Question, Irene, what's the difference between Pro and Max? Great question. Just pricing or better detail graphics? Actually, okay, so we have UltraColor Pro. I'm sorry, let's talk about UltraColor Max was a direct-to-film transfer, okay? UltraColor Pro is a hybrid transfer that also incorporates screen printing. So it gives you a little bit of different benefits in that UltraColor Max, like I said, was for smaller orders, lower quantities, and UltraColor Pro is going to be great for those larger quantities. It gives us those price breaks like we have in screen printed transfers, but UltraColor Pro allows you to get those full color graphics just like UltraColor Max. So it's worth taking a look at both when you have a full color graphic or a lot of colors in your design to see which option is going to be less expensive for you in the long run. UltraColor Max, like I said, again, great for those lower quantity orders. And UltraColor Pro is great for the higher quantity orders. You get price breaks with UltraColor Pro. The graphics on them are going to be very comparable, the same. So you can do those full color graphics without a problem on both of those. Pricing, again, is different, so it's worth just taking a look at both to see which one is going to be better for the job that you're working with. Cool? All right. How are we doing? How's everybody's heat presses? We're almost there. We're at 334 over here, 335. So we've just got about 5 minutes. So or 5 minutes, it's probably going to be less than that. 5 more degrees. And we can go ahead and get our transfers set for the UltraColor Pro. Getting my bearings. We're going to take a sip. We're going to cheers. Toast. Toast to transfers. Toast. It's getting spicy in here. It's hot. All righty. We have 2 different options for you with the UltraColor Pro that we added in the kit. The first one here is the one listed on your instruction sheet. And the other one in here is a bonus. So you get to do whatever you want with the other 4th of July. You can make a garden flag with the 4th of July, or you can use this one, or you can save it for something else, whatever you want. Okay, just some extra fun designs to practice and play with. Again, this one's in the UltraColor Pro. UltraColor Pro, you will notice that there is a little black box there. We're going to make sure that we cut off that box That box is there. It shouldn't transfer over to the apparel, but we cut it off anyway. I think some people have mentioned that it will leave a little mark there. I don't have experience with that, but we take it off just in case. Okay. I'm going to do the Gnome Sweet Gnome. Okay. So this one is awesome. I love the checkerboard, super popular right now. We're going to take our garden flag. Okay. Garden flag, super easy. These again were just purchased in bulk off of the internet. You can find similar ones. They're 100% polyester. So keep that in mind. With UltraColor Pro, you want it to be cotton polyester or cotton poly blends. So just make sure it's polyester and not nylon. But we're going to take the Gnome Sweet Gnome. All righty, we're pretty much there. By the time I get there, it'll go up. We can just lay, it's so easy, these flags. Keep in mind that it does have the pocket here. So depending on how you're gonna hang it, I also just will purchase the hooks, the garden hooks. Walmart or any type of store like that will have garden hooks for really inexpensive, dollar store or something. But however you're going to hang it is kind of the direction that you're going to want to focus on, either when you design or when you go to apply. Make sure that you have your garden flag in the right orientation. So we're going to be hanging it like down, just hanging down vertically. So I have my, what do you call it? My little pocket, my pocket up on top. So that's where the bar will be, hanging it down. Let's go ahead and pre-press. The flag was folded, has some fold crease marks in there. Want to pre-press just to make sure everything is flat. All right, good. Okay, good. All right, so then we can go ahead and take our UltraColor Pro, and then we can go ahead and align that. There we go. And then lock down. 10 seconds. All right, really fast. And then as soon as it pops up, we can go ahead and hot peel. Hot peel that fast, guys, okay? Real fast, right? Real fast. Whip it off. Whoop. There we go. Okay. When you apply it, you're just going to want to rip it off. Don't hesitate. Just nice and fast. Okay? But super easy to apply. So fast, 10 seconds. Make sure you guys pull that off fast. I know sometimes like UltraColor Pro, we might run into a little application situations when that if you wait, then it might stick. So if that's the case, press it again and then peel it fast, okay? But if this is your first time applying, press. Once it opens, peel it, okay? All right, and that should eliminate any type of application issues that you might have. UltraColor Pro is really, that fast peel is perfect for it. I mean, all of them are hot peels. UltraColor Pro likes to be really hot. Okay, so garden flag, you guys can hang it up in your yard, super cute. I will hang this up in my yard. I even got a garden flag hook for it already. All right, let me know how everything's turning out. Okay, it should apply really nice as long as you peel it fast. Yes, UltraColor Max will work too, for sure. Yep, it's 100% polyester. So really, any of our transfer types will apply to 100% polyester. They all also apply to cotton and cotton poly blends, except for ElastiPrints. Here we go. Thank you, Dave. So this was some of the other garden flags that we had done. Oh, there's just two there. Okay, so this is one of the other Happy 4th of July USA trucks. So if you guys chose to do this design, this is one of the options that you could do. Cool. And then this one, Hot Dog Summer. So this one is to hang sideways. I know Mike had created one that was a pirate for a pirate ship flag. These garden flags can be used for a lot of different things. We also made one. Check out our blog. Our blog, we made a bunch of different garden flag options just to give some inspiration. And there's some really cool designs that were created for campsites, for boaters, for what else did we do? You could do it for sports teams, all of that. Jennifer, can you also decorate the back? You can. The thing that we ran into was you can kind of see through it. You can decorate the back, but we were kind of worried that you would be able to see through both sides and it might like mess up visually what the design looks like. So that was kind of what we ran into. They probably do have thicker or more canvas type of fabric that isn't as see-through, but you can decorate the other side, especially if it's like a mirror image even kind of design. You'd be able to align it without much problem. But yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, Mike had put the blog link there that shows you all of the different garden flags that we created, just to give you guys some inspiration and show you what you can do. You can use Goof Proof. You can use UltraColor Max Pro. You can use any of the other types of transfers also. So we just wanted to give you a little bit of a try for all of the other ones. Ooh, before I forget, hold on, guys. Let's raise our temperature on our heat presses so we can get ready for Goof Proof, right? So let's get up there at 365. If you do not have a Hottronics, make sure you go up 10 degrees. I'm going to do a 4-second pre-press, 5-second press. You can do 5-second pre-press even, just to get that moisture and wrinkles out. So that's our whole purpose there for the pre-press time. And Goof Proof one color applies for like 4 to 6 seconds. So really fast. So if you do use canvas, Kenneth, Goof Proof, any of the transfers should work. They're 100% cotton usually. So Goof Proof, UltraColor Pro, UltraColor Max, any of those are fine. Again, look at your pricing, see which ones are going to be best for you. Now, the next one that we're going to be decorating is with Goof Proof. So we're going to be decorating that beach wash long sleeve hoodie. It's really lightweight, nice and soft for summer evenings, summer mornings. My son does baseball, so we're always fluctuating with temperature in Ohio. Early morning games are super cold, and then once you get later into the day, then it gets warm. So it definitely helps to have these lighter weight hoodies to keep you warm during the summer. Now let's get Goof Proof. So this Goof Proof transfer here is printed in our white plastisol ink. We have over 70 stock. There we go. We have over 70 stock colors that you can choose from. We can also PMS color match, but Goof Proof is amazing because it does give you that screen print look, feel. It is screen printed. It is screen printing. It's the same thing. The only difference is we're applying it with our heat press. We're giving that final curing stage with our heat press. So Goof Proof is great for that retail look and feel. You want to keep in mind, Goof Proof is spot color, so a little different than our full color transfers, UltraColor Max and Pro. Goof Proof is a spot color transfer. So the more colors that you have in your design increases the price. But Goof Proof is also great because you can do higher quantity orders and your price goes down the more you order. So you can really, really get some great pricing when you have larger groups. The minimum is 6, though. You can order small quantities of Goof Proof, which is great, but you can also order large quantities too. So we have Goof Proof, white plastisol ink. This is our regular sheet size. It's 11 1/4 by 14, and you can gang sheet as many images as you want and can fit on that 11 1/4 by 14-inch gang sheet, right? So then each copy of your transfers will be all the same. So you set up your sheet in Easy View, place your order, and we will print your transfers just like this. And then you can go ahead with your scissors and we can get them nice cut up. We have a few different designs on this gang sheet. We've got some flip-flops here over on the side. We've got some smaller designs down here, Summer Vibes, Sunshine, and Surfs Up. And then we also have our larger Summer Vibes design here. Again, just like the other ones, we're going to cut them apart, cut our designs. It's nice to have some spacing in between each design. When you go into Easy View, a good tip is not to cram your designs too close together to each other. You want to give yourself some space, especially when you have larger runs and have a big stack of transfers in front of you. It's a good idea to have some space in between them to make for easy cutting, or you can even use like a paper guillotine and cut them. That's how we'll cut them up if we have a larger stack. Okay, so we've got our different here, let me clear off our space here so you can see better. All righty. Clean while we go, clean while we go, so we don't get stuck in a mess. Okay, so we have all of our different designs. As you can see, you can fit a lot of different designs up on a gang sheet. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you about this? Okay, we talked about colors, talked about gang sheets. We've got our heat press at 365, right? We've got our garment wash long sleeve. And then you get to decide wherever you want to apply them. So let's see. So we gave you this mouse pad. And the mouse pad can help us get some really crazy locations decorated on here. So we have a hoodie that we can decorate. We have long sleeves that we can decorate. We have the front, the back, all that. So you guys get creative, figure out where you want to place things, and we'll get moving. All righty. Again, we're working, this beach wash is 100% cotton. And then the Plastisol transfers Goof Proof, right? Okay, so now we can go back to the heat press. Let's do the front first. We want to make sure that this hood gets off of the heat press for now. Also, now that I'm feeling around, making sure that I have a flat, even surface. I don't, because I've got the strings for the hoodie inside. So make sure that you pull out those strings, because if they get underneath the transfer, you are likely to see the mark in the ink of where the strings were. So that's not good. So we really want that flat, even surface to make sure that we get great adhesion with the inks and the transfers. When you do apply these, they will last the life of the garment. They will last 50 plus wash dry cycles. Again, life of the garment, really durable. You won't see any cracking or peeling with these when they're applied to the directions, the time, temperature, and pressure that we've got. So once you have your shirt on there, we're going to go ahead and lock down, pre-press, make sure you have the moisture and the wrinkles removed out of the fabric. All righty. Summer Vibes, Sunshine. We're going to do the Sunshine one, and I'm going to trim this a little bit better just because I have some extra. All righty. All right. On the back of Goof Proof, you'll see that there's grid lines on the back. Those certainly help me align and get things straight. So just like the t-shirt, I'll pull this down a little bit so you can see. Just like the t-shirt, I go down from the collar and then over from the armpit seam. So down from the collar, I usually get out my little 4 fingers again, just to make sure that it's in a good spot. I'm going to push that back and still make sure that I have enough fabric on both sides, that I have it even on the press. I like to check both sides to make sure I don't have too much fabric on one side or the other. And then once you have your transfer placed where you want it, you can go ahead and lock it down, medium to firm pressure, 4 to 6 seconds. Once it pops up, you can easily peel the transfer paper away quickly. And then you have your screen printed front left chest shirt. Super easy to do. I've been doing this probably quite a long time now. I don't know if I want to say. I think it's been 15 plus years. But it really takes like eyeing it. I go with my fingers now of like how many fingers down. But once you get the hang of it, very, very easy to do. There's definitely those guides, like I said, to help you align those left chests. We have an application ruler on our website that helps make it easier. We've included them even in the Toast to Transfers kits in the past that you, if you've come before, that you might have one on hand that you can always check back on. But how did that look? Yeah, good spot? Okay, now we can just flip it over, get that hoodie off the press, make sure that our shirt has enough fabric on all sides. Collars, no strings, no strings under the shirt. And then I'm going to lock it down again just to get back to my 5 seconds. Love that auto open. Okay, we take our plastisol transfer, that Goof Proof transfer, flip it over so that we see the grid lines on the back. If you're not sure if you're centered or not, I've also taken the transfer and given it a little crease at the center. So I will fold it over, hold it up to the light, and just give it a little crease. Sometimes you might have just a little bit extra on one side versus the other, and that will help you keep it centered. Okay, so I like to sometimes fold it and give it a little crease so that I know where my center is. All right, once you have that aligned, go ahead and lock down. Goof Proof is really difficult to mess up. So there we go, and you peel it nice and hot. It is Goof Proof, so it really is super easy to apply. You peel that transfer paper hot. Yeah, Jerry, those strings have been pesky for me too when I first started. All of those things will get you when you first start of like, oh no, I forgot. I didn't realize that I had to mirror my image or, you know, not place the transfer upside down, or I've been there. I think on even one of the toaster transfers, I pressed the left chest completely upside down. We all do it, especially when you get distracted and somebody starts chit-chatting with you or you're focusing on something different. It's easy to mess up, right? Just those little, whoops. All righty, kind of color selectors. It's hard to match exactly. Yes. Yeah, so we do have larger size transfers in our marketing kit. We also have like a pack of transfers available to purchase in a bunch of different designs and colors. So we do have that. Churrito, and doing different size t-shirts, do you put the same design size on all of the sizes up to 3XL? Great question. Okay, so basically the question, do you use the same size design for each different size? And the answer to that is yes. I do. In a group setting especially, I've noticed that having the same size design is visually better. When you have a bunch of different sizes all in the same picture, all in the same group, then you know, it looks off. Now, we do have a video on it, so you can check out the video on how those different design sizes impact what you're printing for. Sometimes for like just for fashion, if you have an Etsy shop, if you have a boutique or a little storefront and somebody is just purchasing even just one of something. I've seen them where they do different design sizes, whether you're applying it to a youth size versus an adult size. And that's totally okay because you're doing those the single images. When it comes into a group setting and everybody is standing together, all wearing the exact same shirt, it does look better if everybody has the exact same design size on. You can do that really easily with Goof Proof transfers. 10 inches, 10 and a half-ish, about 10 inches, I would say, will fit all the way from youth all the way to those 3XL, 4XL sizes and still look okay. You can honestly do that. We have some examples also in that video. But otherwise, it's difficult with screen printed transfers to separate out your orders and having all those different design sizes. Each different design, if you can't fit them all on the same gang sheet, would be separate orders. So to get the most cost-effective ordering when you're ordering for a large group, try to keep those design sizes similar, the same even, so that you can order a larger quantity at a lower price and you're still able to decorate that whole range. Yeah. Or the left chest is just slightly crooked. Yeah, definitely. Been there many times. Left chest, it's a good skill to have. Placement of a left chest. When you first start, it can sometimes be a little rocky. They can sometimes end up too low to where they're down real low, sometimes up too high where they're up on your neck. In some ways that's the style now of having some designs up higher, but for just the left chest, you really want that, that good range right here in the front of your shirt. So that's why I always go down from that collar, because that collar is always going to be right on your chest. All right, what format should designs be submitted in? So in Easy View, there are several different file types that you can upload. 300 DPI, CMYK. The design specs are in Easy View. You can go take a look at that. There is an option. There's an image editor in there. So if you don't have vector, you can upload a design and the Easy View program will create a usable vector file for us to be able to print for you. You can remove backgrounds in there. Let's see. Thank you, Mike. Mike put it in there. So vector is always going to be the best for screen printed transfers, but Easy View will accept different files, and we have a whole graphic design team that will take your design and make it print ready. So you don't have to do that beforehand. Your customer might submit their design, or even if you're not sure what specs that you need, upload it to us and our team will take it from there and help you out. Okay. So, or you can take your design in Easy View and find layouts and customize those layouts to look like the design that you had. Yes. And yes, you can do photos for sure. Definitely you can do photos. So that's where Mike is saying you should choose UltraColor Max or UltraColor Pro if you're doing photographic images. Goof Proof is spot color, so you're really looking at not as many, like no gradients or half tones, that sort of thing. That's going to be better for those full color graphics. Okay, checking questions. Awesome, guys. Okay. All right, just one quick little extra, because we can, like I said, you can decorate like all over the place. And we gave you this little mouse pad. So the intention for this, and you don't have to, but you can, is to decorate the hood, right? So we've got some strings in there. We've got some thicker seams that we don't have everywhere else when we were applying. So we have this mouse pad in here so that you can raise up the print area to make sure that you have a nice, flat, even surface where we're printing. And if I wanted to decorate the hood, All I have to do is line it up on here over that mouse pad. We're going to have to check our pressure again because I just put a thick pad in there. So I'm going to loosen up the pressure, lock it down, see where I'm at. Ooh, I got to loosen it up way more. And I'm just holding the shirt over on this side so it doesn't fall off. All righty. All right. So once we've got that, we can go ahead and take any of our designs. Big reach. I'm going to do these little flip-flops because they're super cute. Make sure that they're over on the, oh, I might be off a little bit. Let me grab these other ones. Make sure they're over top of the mouse pad, okay? So that your design isn't hanging off in any way. Okay, once you have it in the place that you want it, you can go ahead and lock it down. And feel free to take your time picking out your design or place, or, and then you just peel it hot. And then you can add any type of decorations to the hood. I'm like looking at it, like making sure that it looks okay, guys. Okay. And then again, if you see like this little press box mark, that'll go away. Don't worry about that. Once that natural moisture gets back into the shirt, it will fade and then will look just as new. Okay, so any of the designs you guys can decorate. You can even do the sleeve, right? You can even lay down the sleeve. You might not even need the mouse pad for that. If you can get that flat, even surface with no seams or anything like that, you can go ahead and decorate the sleeve without a mouse pad. I might need to change my pressure again. Load up the pressure. Make sure we're good. And then let's put some more flip-flops. Going nuts on the flip-flops. I like to go as close to that natural fold as possible. Make sure all of the ink is on the shirt. And then go ahead and lock it down. Super easy. Again, goof proof. It's really hard to mess it up. There we go. Peel it hot. And now you've got your flip-flops on your sleeve. And again, this is screen printed. You don't have to have screen printing equipment. You don't have to mess with the inks. You don't have to mess with any of that, the emulsions, the chemicals, all of that. We will do that for you. Believe me, our shop is filled with all of that equipment, all of the mess. But you guys don't have to do that. You can just order screen printed transfers. You've got your heat press and you can make those screen printed shirts. Okay. Bobby, that's okay. You can always watch back. Yeah, unless you print upside down. Yeah, it's hard to make mistakes with Goof Proof unless you print upside down. All right. And yes, Bobby, there are more kits available. I mentioned this at the beginning. But yes, there are more kits. We still have a good amount that we can send anybody that is looking to watch the replay and press along with us again, or just if you want some of these awesome designs and awesome shirts. Again, these Port & Company Beach Wash shirts are so soft. They're ring spun cotton. I love them. They're super, super soft. They're not a stiff kind of beach wash cotton. They are very, very, very nice. Okay, guys. I'm going to, again, we're going to enjoy this Moscow Mule later. So hopefully you guys do too. And you have some extra transfers that you can play with. If you guys have some blank shirts at home, you can feel free to go ahead and decorate your own, make a few more samples that your customers will want to touch and feel, and you can show them exactly what you can print and what you can do. So, yeah. All right. Any other questions from you guys? I had so much fun here. Did I print both sides of the flags? No, I didn't print both sides of the flag because The other side, oh, Dave stole them from me already. The other side of the flag. The other side of the flag, you can kind of see through the design to the other side. So we opted to not decorate the other side, but you can always certainly give it a try. Yeah, these garden flags were so inexpensive and a really nice gift that you can use it on your heat press and all of that. All righty. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I think we've got all of your questions. It looks like everybody's shirts applied great, which is wonderful to see. You guys are awesome. All of these toasted transfers, you guys are learning a lot and doing awesome. Okay, yes, thank you, Irene, for coming. That was so much fun. Also, if you guys have any tips for us, right? If you have a different time that works better for you for toasted transfers, we love doing them. So we are in it for you. Whatever you guys would like to see, a new theme, a different style of shirt that you guys are interested in pressing, please let us know. We're always interested to know what we can do better, what we can improve on. So feel free to share that feedback with us. We would love to hear. Hopefully this time works for everyone. I think the mule kicks hard. Yeah. Yes, it does. Oh my gosh, it cracked me up. Pamela, yes, there will be a replay for everyone. So no worries. You guys can definitely watch back if you didn't get a chance to press everything or you're not by your heat press or something like that. Again, more kits are available for you. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that comment. That's so nice of you. Pat, thank you. Until next time, hopefully we see you again at the next Toasted Transfers. Keep an eye out on our website or on our social media pages, and we will let you guys know when the next one is. No theme yet, so you guys, if you have suggestions and feedback for that, please let us know. But yeah, we have so much fun doing this. Let's give an extra little toast, guys. Cheers, 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 cheers. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And I'm Stephanie. We'll see you later. Happy pressing.